The 11th night. There once was a squeeze box squeezer who played his accordion all day, every day, on the street corner just opposite the grocery store. Now, his name might have been a very, very long name, or his name might have been a very, very short name. You're never going to know because I'm just going to call him Jack. And every morning, Jack would carry his accordion up and down the hilly streets, past storefronts and parking garages, under bridges and over puddles, to set up just opposite the grocery store. And all day, every day, he would play and sing the things that he saw for the people buying groceries, for the people selling groceries, and for the people just walking by. In the morning, he would sing the sun climbing up into the sky, the cars crawling across the streets, and the people scrambling over the sidewalks to the smell of coffee and wet asphalt. In the daytime, he would sing the sun even higher. He sang the pigeons, the pickpockets, the people eating their lunches on soggy park benches. And at night, just before putting his accordion away and walking back past storefronts, parking garages, bridges, and puddles, he would sing the sun back down. And with Jack, you never needed to ask him the name of the song he was singing, because always the name of his song was whatever he was thinking and singing about at that moment. Jack, what's the name of the song you're playing right now? What? It is called A Man is Sitting on a Soggy Park Bench Eating a Tuna Fish Sandwich. Now, one evening, Jack was playing and singing the things that he saw when a woman walked by.
This is an outrage!
His heart skipped a beat, and so did his song, because she was the most beautiful woman he had ever seen in his life. And so he sang, "A lovely lady is walking by, the most lovely lady that these eyes have spied. Oh, would that she would stay around for a while. Oh, would that she would turn to me now and smile." But the most beautiful woman in the world just kept walking. She didn't stop. She didn't turn and smile. She did not even look at Jack. And in fact, she didn't seem to have noticed him or his song at all. But Jack just kept singing. "The most lovely lady is walking away. But I'm happy. I am. Just to stay here and play. It's as it should be. It is good. It is right. Though I'd give up a finger to hold her tonight." And just as he sang this, a short, squat, funny-looking man with kind of strangely pointed ears waddled up and said, "Would you really?" Now, Jack was taken aback a bit by this question, so he just laughed and kept singing. He sang about funny little men asking funny little questions. The man tapped his foot angrily on the ground, which made a loud crack. A fire sparked in his eyes, and he said, "I asked you a question. You just said you would trade a finger to spend a night holding that woman, and I asked, would you really?" Now Jack stopped playing. He didn't really know what to say. So his face kind of grew puzzled. He stood there thinking and thinking and thinking, until finally Jack remembered something that he'd learned way back early on in his life. He hated thinking. "Don't think," he said to himself. Just say something. Anything. And so he turned to the strange little man and said, "Yes?" The next morning, just as always, Jack was out on the street corner, singing the things that he saw. But something was different. Never before had the music flowed out of him so vibrantly, so happily. The smile on his face was as wide as the sky, and the notes from his accordion flew out into the streets and danced all the ways the tops of the skyscrapers. Now, if you watched closely, you might notice that every once in a while, Jack would hesitate for a moment and adjust his fingering, for on his right hand, he was missing his index finger. But this is a small price to pay, thought Jack. I mean, never in his life had he felt so happy, and never before had he squeezed the squeeze box so beautifully. All of the people buying groceries, all the people selling groceries, and even the people just walking by, all of them smiled and waved and put money in his accordion case. Now, just before he was about to pack up for the day, again, the most beautiful woman in the world walked by, followed shortly by the strange little man. Shoot. I screwed up. The most beautiful woman in the world walked by. He said hello and invited her to join him, but she didn't even look at him. She didn't even seem to recognize him. Jack felt a sadness growing in his heart. And just then, the strange little man appeared again and said, "Would you still be willing to trade a finger for a night with that woman?" Now Jack thought for a moment. After just one night playing games of lips and legs with her, he had become happier than he'd ever been in his life. His music had become more beautiful than ever before, and the people who heard it, they seemed happier than he'd ever seen them before. So Jack turned to the funny little man and said, "Well, yes. Yes, I would." And in the morning, there he was again, playing even more happily than ever. But now he was missing two fingers, this time the ring finger on his left hand. And again, near the end of the day, the beautiful woman walked by, followed by the strange little man. And once again, Jack chose to trade another finger for a night of lips and legs with her. And so it went. For 10 days and for 10 nights. Once for each finger on the accordion player's hands. And so now, if you should ever see a squeeze box squeezer standing on the street corner just opposite the grocery store, slowly, silently moving the bellows out and in, out and in, with a sad, thoughtful, faraway expression on his face, you know you won't need to ask him the name of the song he's playing, because with Jack, always the name of his song is whatever he's thinking at that moment. And the name of his song will forever be The 11th Night.